my Body Wise Pilates class. Today you're going to need some weights and a band. If you don't have a band, a belt or a cord will do, no problem at all. If you don't have weights during this home lockdown period, then the other thing that we'll do, obviously, I don't know, tins or shampoo bottles, whatever suits you better. All right, please listen to your body. Obviously, I can't see you. I don't know any issues you have. If you're not sure whether you should be doing this, and it's difficult right now to consult a doctor, so you just have to be sensible and listen to your body and take the various adaptations that suit you throughout the class. All right, so we're going to get started. And we're going to start with our arms over our legs and just taking a couple of breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. Send the breath in, back and sides. And then you're going to sit upright, reach the arms out in front of you, protracting and retracting your shoulders. So we're inhaling to reach forward, exhale to pull the shoulders back and down. Inhale and exhale. So keeping the spine still, the breastbone lifted. One more, keep the shoulders back and down. Breathe in, lift the arms, exhale, circles. You're mobilizing the shoulder joint whilst trying to keep your shoulder girdle stabilized. That means try to keep the shoulder blades fairly still on the back of your ribs. You're going to do one more. And then as you fold the arms, bringing the hands one on top of the other, extend your legs and sit up nice and tall. Exhale, bow and arrow with the arms. So as you exhale, the back arm stays bent and the elbow angles down a little bit, and the forward arm stays in line with the shoulder. Breathing out and breathing in. Four more. 4 and 3, 2 and 1. And release. Place the hands beside you, behind you, but don't lean into them too much and bend the legs back to this position. Inhale, a leg opens to the side and we're releasing the hips. So it's inhale, exhale, slide it straight, pull in. Now when you slide it straight, try to keep your pelvis and your back stabilized. That means you need to engage the abdominals, have the buttocks and the thigh engaged to help extend that knee. We're going to do 3 more. And the last one, and release. Good, all right. So we're going to mobilize the spine. You will need to have, once we've done this exercise, we will be going straight into working with the weights. So have your weights handy, have them ready. Hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips, lots of length through your spine. You're breathing out to round into a cat curl. And inhale to release and go into a little bit of lumbar extension there. So exhale, rounding, and inhale to release. Don't forget your neck is an extension as part of your spine, your cervical spine. So move your head as well. Look towards your toes and look forwards to the front of your mat. 2 more. Exhale and inhale. Last one. And release. All right, you're only going to need 1 weight. All right, hands under the shoulder. Whichever hand has the weight, the opposite leg is going to reach. So it's exhale and inhale, keeping the shoulder girdle stabilized, fully extending the leg by engaging the thigh and the buttock. Now it's far more challenging with a weight. So if you suffer with any shoulder issues, a lot of tension in the neck and shoulder area, don't choose a weight that's too heavy. Try and keep it realistic. Challenging, but not so that you lose your technique. 3 more. And 2. Last one. And down. We're going to swap and do exactly the same thing again. Position, shoulders, spine, exhale, reach, and inhale to place. Reaching and placing. Bring that hand to shoulder height and bringing the foot to the height of your hips, not much more than that. Exhale and inhale. Keeping your posture, keeping those abs pulled up 3 more. 2. And the last one. And release. Sit back on your heels. Now with any of these exercises, if it feels too strenuous with the weights, you just do the same movements without the weights in any way. That's absolutely fine. For the next one, you're going to need your band, so those don't fall off, or your cord, your dressing gown belt, whichever it is that you're choosing to use. And it doesn't need to be long. You're going to hold it just shoulder width apart. It's just something to give you, to pull open some tension on. So my legs are parallel, my feet relaxed. You can see that my hands aren't resting on the floor. I have them so that they're just hip width apart with my thumbs touching my buttocks. All right. We're going to breathe out to come up and in to go down. So exhale, I'm going to pull up my thighs to my kneecaps. I've clenched my buttocks, slide the band down towards the back of my knees, pulling it open a little bit. And then inhale, go back down. So exhale, thighs, buttocks, abdominals, sliding the hands towards the back of the knees and opening a little bit. And then inhale to come back down. With your head, thighs, bum, abs, pull. Try not to look up. Stay looking down. Inhale down. Exhale, thighs, bum, abs, pull on that band. Make sure you don't lift the hands up towards the ceiling though. Again, if you're feeling it in your lower back, engage your buttocks more. Engage between the shoulder blades more. 2 more. Last one. And release. Good. All right, so band to one side, hands under shoulders, and just stretch out from the back work that you've just done. Okay, so you're going to go back to your weights, and we're going to be doing a half roll back with bicep curls. We're working the upper arms here. Now, with the half roll back, you're not trying to get the lower back to the mat, you're just tilting the pelvis, using the abdominals, trying to get this kind of sacrum area back towards the mat with the legs parallel. And the hands here ready for a hammer bicep curl. So we're tilting, engaging the abdominals and bending the elbows, bringing the weights towards the shoulders. Now you will feel once you get to kind of about here, as those weights go back, it kind of wants to pull you back, and you've got to work those abdominals even harder to stop you from being pulled backwards. So exhale and inhale, exhale and inhale. So you start nice and tall each time. 4 more. And 3. 2. Last one. And release. You can leave the weights where they are. Go down to lying down, and we're going to do the 100. And you need to have the weights horizontally placed now. Now with this one, if you suffer with your head, neck and shoulders and holding the head up, all right, what you can do is just do one weight with the hand under the head and pump one arm. And then when I say we're halfway through, go down, rest, swap, and do the other arm. All right, but we're going to try and just get some strength into these anterior neck muscles here. So we're going to imprint ribs to hips by engaging the abs, that back imprinting towards the mat, one leg up 90 degrees and then the other one. I'm going to inhale and tuck my chin in. As I exhale and lift my head and shoulders, I'm going to reach those arms away and lift the hands to shoulder height. Engage your bottom and your abs. You're pumping these arms up and down. You don't need too heavy a weight here. Okay, I'm not sure what these are. Put my glasses on to read. Doesn't say on that side. All right, but they're challenging enough. So breathing out for 4 counts and in for 4 counts, keeping those abs engaged. And the movement of the arms is designed to challenge your core stability. If you want to make it more challenging, when you exhale, extend those legs. When you inhale, bend them again. So Last one. The weights go down. One foot goes down, the other foot goes down. And rest. Well done. All right, so you're only going to need one weight. Whichever weight hand you have on the weight, the opposite leg is going to extend, and we're going to work the hip flexor. It's only going to lift to the height of the other knee. So I'm going to flex my underneath foot, and as I breathe out, lift that leg to the height of the knee and bring my hand up above my shoulder. So I breathe in, I point my toes, and I lower the leg and the weight. So it's exhale and inhale. Now what you're trying to achieve here is moving the arm and the leg smoothly whilst keeping the shoulder blade down into the mat and your core engaged. So we need to think about that lower back not popping up away from the mat, and the time it's likely to pop up is now when you're lowering that leg. So you want to really engage those abs to make sure that lower back doesn't come up. 2 more. Last one. And down. Okay, so we're going to swap sides. I'm going to extend my other leg, have the weight underneath the other hand, nicely engaged through my core, flex that ankle, lift and point. The leg only needs to come up to the height of the other knee. The hand ideally right up towards the ceiling above your shoulder. Exhale and inhale. Exhale and inhale. Really keeping this nicely engaged. Two more. Last one. And down. Well done. All right, we're going to come up to seated. And you need both weights. I'm going to have a quick drink of water. All right, so here we go. Spine twist. Working the muscles behind the shoulder blades with a single arm row. So we're going to have the legs extended, so we're challenging the flexibility of the hamstrings and the posture. If you feel very tight in these hip flexors, release your legs. It's not a problem. All right, here we go. Hold those weights up at shoulder height. Exhale, bow and arrow, turning. So working the obliques to turn you. And really pulling that arm back, working the shoulders to keep those dumbbells up at this height. Keep the feet together, make sure you're not shifting through the pelvis. If you feel like one leg is growing longer than the other one each time, you're moving your pelvis. We don't want that. 3 more. 1 more each side. Last one. And rest. Well done. All right, we're going back down to lying down. Remember, with any of the exercises that involve both legs up in the air, if you start to feel it in your back because you just haven't quite got that core strength, then please just put a little bit of extra padding underneath your hips that will help tilt your pelvis towards you a little bit. The cushion doesn't go under your back, it goes under your bottom if you're going to use it. So my arms are going to come up with my palms facing forwards, my shoulders are down into the mat. Exhale, imprinting, engaging those abs, one leg up to 90 degrees and then the other one. Right, so it's like the Superman's, it's only the opposite arm and leg will reach. Now, depending on any shoulder issues you have, we'll decide how far back the arm goes. Sorry, sometimes I have my Spanish brain engaged and the English vocabulary doesn't come so quick. Exhale. So reaching buttock and thigh, abdominals working. Reaching that hand back in line with the shoulder, really focusing on not letting that lower back pop up. the other foot down and pop the weights down beside you. All right, so no weights. Next two exercises, weight free, give you a little bit of a break. And we're going to do obliques. So hands underneath the head. Start at level 1, take you right through to the level 3 option. You stop and continue with whatever level suits you. Pelvis neutral, 3 bones level. Breathing out to come up and across. Bottom rib towards opposite hip. Try not to flap the arms and bring the elbow to knee. This is your level 1. You want to bring some coordination in, lift and lower the leg each time. If you want to make it more challenging, keep the leg up and hold it there. Both legs in this position here. Exhaling up, inhaling down. Level 3. Continue to twist towards the bent leg and extend the other one. Trying to get both shoulders up. One more each side. And then head and shoulders down, one foot down, the other foot down, and the arms down. Legs are going to come back up, so remember that cushion under the hips if you really need it. Ideally, I want you working more with your core. So going to imprint again, engaging those abs, bring one leg up and then the other leg up. And we're going to place the hands, now if you've got shorter arms, you'll need to bring the knees a little bit closer maybe, on the outsides of your knees. What you're focusing on here is keeping your heels together. The feet will come apart, as in the toe area, the big toe joint, but the heels must stay together. So you're going to do like the frog position, where the knees open, the feet turn outwards, but the heels stay together. Now, every time I do that, I'm actually pushing inwards with my hands. So I'm resisting the outward movement of my knees. So that allows me to work all through here, through the pectoral area and the upper arm. All right, so exhale, press in with the hands as you open out with the knees. Every time, belly button to spine, trying to maintain that core. Exhale, pelvic floor engages. Breathe in, releases. Breathe out. So you can make this exercise as challenging as you want to. Depends on how strongly you push with those hands, how strongly you engage those buttock muscles first, how hard you work in thinking belly button to spine. 3 and 2 and the last one, and hug the legs in and just rock from side to side. Good. All right, so now that you've got used to this movement, the next exercise we're going to do is an abdominal curl, which you're used to. However, we're going to bring in some coordination. The legs are going to be up at 90 degrees. When you curl up into your abdominal curl, you will extend your legs. You will hold your abdominal curl, and your feet, when you breathe in, the ankles will flex like this. Now, when you exhale, keeping your heels together like you were just doing, you're going to turn the legs outwards and circle the ankles until they're pointing forwards again. You'll hold that, and then you'll go back down to your start position. So we'll talk you through. Hands under the head, imprinted, one leg up, the other leg up, arms open, legs together. Head nod. Exhale, coming up, extending your legs as you come into the ab curl. Inhale, flex your ankles. Exhale, circle those legs from the hip joint. Inhale, hold. And exhale, go back down. Inhale, head nod. Exhale, up we come. Inhale, flex those ankles. Exhale, circle. Inhale, hold. Exhale, back down. If you're finding this challenging, cushion under your bum or legs go higher. Inhale, head nod. Exhale, up. Inhale, flex. Exhale, circle. Inhale, hold. Exhale, go down. 4 more. Head nod and up. 3, head nod, inhale, exhale, up, inhale, ankles, exhale, circle, inhale, hold, exhale, down, 2 more, inhale, head nod, exhale, up we come. This is actually a really challenging exercise, so if you're finding it too much, just stop when you've had enough. Don't keep going and lose your technique. This is the last one. and hug those knees in. Rock from side to side. How do we do? It's a tough one, no? Alright, so we're going to do the scissors, but I'm going to give you a little bit of a rest for these poor old hip flexors and the core. So you're going to hook one foot with your band or your belt. Get it as straight as you can, but directly over your hip, and your elbows on the floor. So you relax the shoulders, open your chest, neck neutral. Other leg up and straightened as well, but on the outside of the band. This free leg, exhale, engage the buttock, keeping the knee straight, lower the leg as far as is comfortable for you, but it doesn't touch the floor. And then inhale, bring it back up. So exhale down slowly, and inhale back up. Focus on your lower back, not popping away from the mat when you lower the leg. That's only going to happen if you contract your abdominals. Squeeze the buttock to lower the leg. Don't let gravity lower it for you. If you want to work on your flexibility as this leg lowers, pull the top leg in. But only if you've already got the knee straight and you've managed to get it straight above your hip. Otherwise, that's going to be a challenge enough. 2 more. Last one. Alright, let's swap legs. Make sure you've still got your core engaged, shoulders down, looking towards your shins. Exhale, engage that buttock. And inhale up. Exhale. Inhale up. Remember, don't let gravity do it for you. If you want to challenge the flexibility, pull this top one in. Two more. Well done, good. All right, and then we're going to take the band away and pop it to one side. And we're going to do the bridge, but it's time to bring those weights back in. So we're going to have the arms in this position here, ready for a chest press. Elbows level with the shoulders, hands over the elbows. Feet a little bit closer in for the bridge. So as we come up into the bridge, we're going to punch the arms up and slightly closer together. And inhale, come down. There's a little bit of a less of a roll through the spine with this one. We're going to focus more on really clenching those buttocks, and it's a little bit more of a straighter back as we come up. Exhale. Try not to overreach with your arms. So by that I mean don't let these shoulders come up. Keep the shoulder blades down into the mat. Exhaling up and inhaling down. Now I want to add on and make it more challenging. If you suffer with piriformis syndrome, with sciatica, and you don't want to do a one-legged bridge, just stay with these. If you're going to make it harder, we're going to hold the next bridge. And I'm going to bring one arm down by my side. Whichever arm has come down, my opposite leg is going to lift here. All right? Now what I'm going to do is as I breathe out, I'm going to extend that leg and punch up. So it's exhale, inhale. Keeping my hips at exactly the same height. Reach, bend, reach, bend. You should feel that supporting buttock working about now. 3, 2, 1, down, down, down. All right, so up into the bridge. Opposite arm up, other leg up. All right, and then we're going to come down from here. So both arms up here, and we're going to push. So I'm now working with my opposite arm and leg. The other side, my other supporting buttock, really working here. Shoulders staying down into the mat. How are we doing? This is a tough one. Last one. Down, down, foot, hips. Well done. Put the weights down and just stretch out the glutes by hugging them in and doing a little bit of a rock from side to side. All right, couple of exercises left. 3, I believe. And we're going to be doing a side bend. This is quite a tough one. So please listen to your body. If you feel it's too much with the weight, I am going to give you various alternatives, because the full one is going to be challenging. All right, so we're going to be on the elbow, and that needs to be directly underneath your shoulder with your waist lifted. Make sure this waist doesn't drop. Your levels, you can just do a waist pickup with an arm over and a release, with or without the weight. The other choice is to do a hip lift or a leg lift, depending on any hip issues, or your full version is all three. Here. Just going to move my water bottle, keep going, so that the next one I'm going to kick it over otherwise. Right, so you can choose with what you're doing, which one you're doing, whether it's just the waist and the arm, the waist, arm and the leg, without the weight, or the full version. Hold your next one, but with the arm up above the shoulder. All right, now you can either just hold this position, hold this position. Want to make it even more challenging, the leg comes forwards and back. So you can either just hold, keep the leg going if you are doing, or you can hold this, or you can hold it just with the waist pulled up and the arm up in the air. Lots of options here. Leg forwards and back. One more with the leg if you're doing the leg. And then down and down. Well done. All right, so we're going to swap over and do the side bend on the other side. So elbow right underneath your shoulder, and here you might find that you've got issues on one side that you don't have on the other, and you choose a different option on this side. No problem at all. So we're going to waist and arm, or bring the hips up as well, and or the leg. Choose, but when you come down, don't drop that waist. Keep this lovely triangle here. All right, so either here or the hips and or the leg as well. Two more of whichever one you're doing. Technique always more important than the level. Hold the last one if you can. Optional, leg forwards and back. Remember, keep going if you're doing the leg. If you don't want to do the leg, you can just hold your plank here. Or you can hold it with the waist pulled up and the hips down, with or without the weight. If you're doing the leg, one more. And release. And down. Good, that should have got your heart rate up a little bit. So we're going to do 2 more exercises and you're finished for the day. A little bit of work for the back. And then opposing muscle group through your chest. So what I'm going to do is we're going to come down onto the front, and you need to have the forehead down, the legs open, rotated outwards from the hips, not too wide, elbows roughly level with your shoulders, and the elbows at 90 degrees, so don't cut the hands in underneath your chest, 90 degrees at the elbows. We're breathing in to come up and out to go down. Make sure you are not pushing into your hands. It's a pulling up motion using your buttocks and your back, not a pushing up using your hands. So we are inhaling, engaging the thighs, the bottom, the abs, sliding those shoulders down towards the waist as we lift the upper body. And then exhaling, your elbow should be one of the first things that come down, then your chest, and then your face, then relax. So elbows come up last, go down first. Inhale, thighs, buttocks up, slide those shoulders down, coming up, 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 breathing in. Use those glutes. Exhale, elbows, chest, and face. Inhale, thighs, down, lifting, and exhale down. Okay. So if you've never done the rock and catch before, today's probably not the right time to start it, but I am just going to show you how you can make this a little bit more challenging and check to see if it really is your buttocks that you have working and not all the lower back. All right. So you're going to hold your next one up. I can't stress enough how much you have your thighs, your bottom engaged. Now if I was to ask you to take your hands away when you breathe out, as long as your legs were still working, you'd rock forwards. And if I was to ask you to put the hands back again, you'd come back up. But you're not pushing and you're not trying to lift the legs. It's just a natural rock. Keep your hands on the floor. Just think, bend your elbows, straighten your elbows. And when you bend them, the legs should kick up. Now if they don't, stop and rest this one out. 2, 1, and release. Well done. Hands under the shoulders, legs back to parallel. Sit back towards your heels and stretch your back out once more. Last exercise. We're going to be doing press-ups, but we're going to be including a plank and what in yoga they would refer to as a sort of a downward dog movement, just to stretch out and release through the back each time. It requires some shoulder strength and hamstring flexibility. So it's bringing everything in here for the last movement. Because we're bringing a plank into the press-ups, we're going to do the press-ups with an emphasis slightly more on the triceps. They're not so much turn in without the elbows turning out so much. It's more straight hands with the elbows kind of more tucked in. And we're going to focus here a little bit more. You need to start with your knees underneath your hips, your hands underneath the shoulders, and then put the hands about 1 hand distance further forwards. Okay, but make sure that you don't come forwards at this point. Keep the shoulders back and down. Now, when you do the press up, if you go backwards, you're not going to get any work done. All right, if you suffer with the wrists, you may have to just miss this exercise out. All right, you're going to bend here and exhale. The movement is only coming from my elbows bending and straightening. It is not coming from my back doing anything. We're going to do 5, push up into the plank, and then into down dog. When we do the plank, just quick alternative, if you have any foot issues and you can't do this movement, instead come onto your elbows with the feet relaxed and do your plank here. When we do the downward dog, come back into a shell stretch, and then you'll be ready to join us for press-ups again. Okay, so those are your level 1 choices. All right, here we go. Level 2, knees back a little bit. Breathing in, bend your elbows, exhale, straighten them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Choose your plank position and hold. Breath in and out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Lift those hips. Push back. Come back to your plank. The knees go down. Release the feet. Press ups. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Plank for 5, 4, 3, 2. Stretch, plank, knees down, feet release. Last set. 5, 4, 3. Remember, if this is too much, you can do them here. 2, so less flexion. 1. You can then also do your plank position here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Either do your downward dog or your shell stretch here. If you're in your downward dog, come back to your plank, knees down, and we'll all finish on the shell stretch. Roll up through your spine, spin around to seated, legs in tailor. Breathe in, reach up, look up. Exhale, lengthen the back of the neck, looking down. Inhale up, exhale down. Your last one. Exhale down. And you're done. Thank you so much for joining me. Please do, if you've enjoyed this video, give me the thumbs up on YouTube. And by subscribing, it's free of charge. You're just notified when I'm posting videos, and it's easier for you to find me. You can just press on me on my channel, and then the videos will all come up, so you can find me nice and easily. Stay safe, look after yourselves, and hasta pronto. Ciao.